Hey folks, it's Rithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farmer's Dynasty. Now, I'm just running over here because I have spotted some wild boar and some deer frolicking in the meadows, and I wanted to go and take a look. See if I could see anything about them, see if they would do anything different or unusual. So there's the boar, racing off. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Nice and fat and juicy. It'd be so tasty. I really hope they add hunting into this game. It would be so cool. Anyway, I digress. I have just seen on the Facebook page that the game has been taken off of Steam at the moment. Now, I'm recording this on Thursday, and you'll be watching this on Saturday. So, it may have been fixed by then. The reason it's been taken off Steam is that all they've said so far is that a competitor has issued a DMCA notice. I think it's DMCA. But anyway, yes, a competitor has issued a notice, a legal challenge, all of which they say, according to the guys from Toplitz who make this game, they say is basically just groundless. It's so yeah, I don't really know what's going on there, but we will wait and see. There's a few changes been made to the game. The exhaust pipe is higher on here, so we should now be able to drive along without the exhaust fumes going into our face. So that is a very important point. Let me just jump off of here. We're done with this one for a minute. So yes, we've had that little fix there, and apparently there is some additional changes to repairing things, and we can now paint the toys and stuff. But what I want to do is I want to speak to this bloke and see if we can get that Baler there. That is our first task for the day.
Hello, need anything?
Well, yes. Is that Baler available? I could use something like that.
What the hell? I'm leaving this place anyway. Selling, you know. Moving back to the sea. Guess this life's not for a sailor.
So, how much money do you have? Well, not much. At least not for such old equipment. But I do work.
They got that the wrong way around.
If you say so. I guess if you restore these barns, I'll get more money selling the farm. So, I'm good anyway. What do you think?
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
You've got yourself a deal.
Okay, there was a slight error on that one where we said the line that he was supposed to say, but that's a minor detail. So what do we got to do? Have we got to repair all of his barns? It's a bit greedy, isn't it? Right. Let's get to work. We have got a lot to do here. It shouldn't actually take long. We're dab hands at this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around and we're going to repair all the old bricks. This, I don't think, has had any changes to it. But if you look, apparently it's something to do with when you repair the boards. It should, there's a slight difference to it. I'm not sure what that difference is going to be, but we'll find out when we get a little bit higher up and start doing the repair work up there. So we'll come on round this side. We've got a door there to do, and this piece here to fix up. Do the surrounds on there and the arches and everything. That's all good. Right, so we've got this door now. Repair the planks. It said something about painting. I'm not quite sure what it was. Doesn't look like, unless it's just a slight difference in colour with the new planks or something. We've got to do the brick around the outside of it. Yeah, that one on there. And so I'll go on all the way down through and do this outside piece first. Then we're going to go indoors and we're going to take a look at that. And then once we've done that, we're going to go upstairs on, well, I'll say upstairs. We're going to go on the roof. This time I'm going to put scaffolding all the way along, and I'd like to use scaffold to reach those areas up there before we get up onto the roof, just because, you know, we haven't actually done it like that. And that is technically the proper way to do it. So I figure it would be pretty good if we could at least do that once. We haven't done that, well, we haven't done it for a while, put it like that. We've just got the door there to do as well, very quickly and easily. So that is, oh no, we've still got some over here. We've got a surround to do on this doorway here. Just a little bit there. And then there's a door there to repair. Repair is the word we're looking for. Open up. And what do we got inside? Right, we got a wall here that needs doing. Get that one done. Let's look in here. Right, we've got the main timber supports for the shed are in pretty poor condition. So I just need to replace that one as well. And then we've got these main supports here. What needs doing on this one then? I'm looking through and I don't see much in the way of changes at the moment. Is that... Oh, it's because it goes all the way across, so there could be some more over that side that I've done. And we've got this one here that needs doing. This one should add in... Yep, there's a new support coming on this side. So that one's done. We've got a couple of the cow partitions here that need replacing. And they're not actually going to take very long to do. They're quite quick. Quick and easy to throw them back together. Most of the materials is already there for them, so it's not going... It's actually pretty quick doing it like that. We've got the floor to do, which we'll do from upstairs. So we'll run up there and do that a minute. There we go. Right, so we've got a floor there. We need to lay down some new boards over the top. It's actually doing both sides, isn't it? It's doing both under the floor and above the floor as well. Now, I can do this piece from here if I want to, rather than having to put up scaffolding on the outside. And we've also got then a tiled roof to do. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do just this end. Just this end from doing it inside. But yeah, it doesn't feel right doing that from the inside. I know that we do have a framework to do there, but it's still... I'm not overly happy doing it like that. I think we'll go outside and we'll do it from out here. So close that door there, and then we can go through to the scaffolding. We can put some on there and some there. So what have we got? We've got AP... Oh, I see. Ah, it actually shows you where you can place the scaffold towers and stuff. That is really cool, because now I can actually see where I can put the towers when I need them. So I want a piece of scaffolding to go here. If I can... Go on, place it up. Like that. We'll put it down. It's not letting me do it. Ah, there we go, there we go. Right, and then that one up there so that I can get up onto the roof. But I've also got a couple of pieces here that need to go up. So one there and one there. And there's also some needs to go up down this end, but this is just a tower, so I can actually put that one up like that, and that'll be the rest of it there. And then we need to have some around this end. So we put some there, and then a piece there, so that we've got all the way around that side. Now down this end, I don't think there's very much that we need. We've got, actually no, there is. We need to do this half of it, so we want here, here, and here. Right, that is all of the scaffold has been now placed all the way around, so now we can climb up and we can get to work doing the actual restoration work. So we've just got a piece down this end is all we need on here. So we can just put that one back together. Excellent. And that's everything that we actually need on this end. There's nothing else that we need to do on this end. So I can actually already remove that scaffold tower there. If I go like that. So it can let me remove it. There we go. I can remove that one. And then that one as well. So then we'll come up this tower over here and fix. We got more. Oh, we can get up onto the roof on this side if we want to. So we'll fix this piece here. Oops. That'd help if I had the right one. There we go. We can fix that one there. And then there's another piece there to do. And there's one more over the other end. Why has it made the scaffold so that I can't actually access that piece? That makes no sense. I wonder if we can get to it from the top piece. Let's go up here and see if we can actually access it from over here. If I go over this side onto the roof, maybe? Can I crouch? I can't get down there. It's not physically possible for me to reach that one piece. Let's repair these tiles a minute. We'll do this first. We've got the old ceramic roof here that we've got to do. I think we do actually have to do quite a lot of work on the roof on this shed. There is a huge number of tiles that we've got to replace. We just finished doing that one. Let's have a look down through. Oh yeah, we've got a big chunk there. Actually, that is the entire roof. Right, this one's actually... Doing the roof is quite slow and tedious, so I'm just going to finish this one off a minute, and then we can go back round and just get the last of it done. We've got to put some more scaffold up down over there so that we can access the piece underneath, just to finish that off. That is the roof complete, so if I just jump down here, we can dismantle this end piece of scaffolding. We're not going to be using this one anymore, and then we need to actually place scaffolding down from this side over here. So, are you kidding me? That one doesn't have it either. We got no way of actually accessing that, have we? I can put that one up there like that, and this one here has got a bar going all the way across it, so we can't actually get to that one. And if I look down this end as well, I put that one up. I think this one's also got a bar going across it, which means we can't actually get to the side of the barn along there. That's not good. Can I put it back now that I've removed the end piece? No, it's still got that one piece up there. Okay, that's a little bit disappointing. We cannot access it. There is no way to do it. So what we'll have to do is we're just going to have to take the scaffolding down all the way along, like this. Take that down there, and then if I go back out and I take a look... No, there is just no way to do it. So we are going to have to do this one from down here like this. I didn't want to do this. I wanted to be able to reach it from the top. I'm wondering if this means that around the other side is going to be the same. Around the end should be alright. We can access this one, okay. We can climb up here, and then we've got this piece up here that we need to do. It's just the gable end, and that is all done there. There's no other pieces that we need to do on this end anyway. And then if I go around, see that one there is open. And then we've got, but it's not open on there. And it's not open on that end either. I wonder why they've done that then. Because you should be able to get in there. There's no way to access the top piece. I can put scaffolding in. Right, well we'll just have to take the scaffolding down and do it from the ground. I am a little bit disappointed about that, I must admit. But yeah, it's a minor detail at the moment. I imagine that'll be something that they'll fix at some point. They seem to be doing a lot of updates on this game fairly frequently, so it's definitely not something that we need to concern ourselves with overly much. It's just a little bit of a shame that we can't actually do this from the scaffolding, where we should... You ought to be able to do this from the scaffolding, because in real life you certainly wouldn't do this job from the ground. You wouldn't be able to reach. Even if you stood on a bucket, it would still be a bit of a job. Right, fix the last building. Oh, we've only got 2 buildings to do. I thought we'd have to do those over there, but maybe that's a different... different farm. Right. That does make a difference. Right, what do we got on this one then? We've got a few patches on the roof. We've got quite a lot of work to do on the walls as well. So we'll start on the walls here, and we'll start putting these together. We've got a load of bricks up there that will need to be put in. There we go. And we can move along. Right, so we've got some wooden planks around the bottom. Take that one up. Now, there is one of the updates, actually, with the game. We'll take a look at this a minute. It should be here in the options. You can have an auto... Where is it? Autosave on quest finish. You can have that on if you want to. I'm not actually going to have that. I'm going to keep it as it has been, because it's a brand new update, and sometimes auto-update things can cause problems. So rather than run the risk of it, because I'm running this series, it's going to be, I feel, more of an issue for me than somebody that's not like running a series and absolutely, if at all possible. I mean, I know that you do want to keep your game progress going, but yeah, I do feel that me losing some of my save game because the autosave feature is faulty could be more of an issue than somebody who's not actually relying on this to supply entertainment for many, many other people. Does that make any sense? It makes sense to me. Whether or not it makes sense to anybody else, I'm not really sure. And so, yeah, I'll leave it for now. We'll leave it a week and make sure that it is working. There's no serious issues with it. And so long as it's okay, I will then change over so that we've got the auto-save feature running as well. Now, let's just take a look around here. There's no more on there. We do have some brickwork that we've just got to chisel out here and replace, but there's no actual brickwork that we've got to redo. It's just literally take out... I think it's just to chisel out some of the mortar and repair the joints a little bit, really. There's a few bricks there that need a bit of... TLC. There's a whole load of bricks there we've actually got to replace, put some new ones in. Just lift that up through. There we go. Nicely done. And a huge, great big gaping hole on this one. Also, we've had to redo the lintel there above the door, but that's all good as well. Okay, that's everything down here. Now, I need to get up there, so if I just very quickly run to the scaffold a minute. Well, we'll plonk one down here, and we'll stick one down on the end as well. How do I get up? Oh, I see, it goes right round the end. So if I come over to this side, we'll put one down there. Now, is that gonna... I think that does the same. Are they all like this? Are they all... Yeah. I think they're all like, so you can't actually climb up and get onto this passageway here. I'm looking through here, and I can't get through there. This is... I don't know, why is this? I'm assuming that it's a game bug, but you know, you never know. It might not actually be a bug. It might be something that's intended. I really hope that it's not, though, because it isn't actually quite right. It does need to be different than that. You need to be able to access that lower level all the way along. We'll just put that one up there. Right, so that... I mean, yes, admittedly, on this barn, it doesn't have 2 layers, whereas that one, you've got the brickwork and then you've got the timber along the top. This one, you do everything from the ground. But still, the principle is there. So we've just got the roof to do. We want to go through and repair old bitumen, or the tar, and felt, whichever you want to call it. Whichever country you're from, a lot of different people have a lot of different names for this stuff. But it all amounts to the same thing. You have felt tiles, you have... bitumen, tar paper, lots of different names for it. There was something about painting these. I don't really know what it was with repairing old timber work, but there was definitely some changes. I'm just not quite sure what exactly they meant. Maybe there's something that I'm not quite understanding on this, and it's something that we'll find a bit later on. Not sure. Let's finish doing this roof a second, and then we can get inside and just see what the last of it is in there. There's everything off the roof. Oh, there's another thing with the update that I nearly forgot about. I'm just looking along here. What's that? I don't actually know. Does it say anything? It doesn't say anything. Yeah, another thing with the update is there was a... Oh, what was it? When you get to 30%, if your food gets to 30 or lower, then you can't run anymore. So I knew that they did plan to have these different things that you would or wouldn't be able to do when your condition deteriorates, but that it looks like that's actually the first one that they've brought in properly, is that if you go below 30 you can't run anymore. To be fair, I haven't really done very much running around, so it's not going to affect us hugely, but it's nice to know that they have added something in there. I'm also hoping that there'll be some other penalties as well for when you get really hungry and really tired, things like that. Maybe you try to repair something and it doesn't repair properly, so you've got to do it again. So it's not like it's going to do loads of damage, but it just takes longer to do when you're really tired. I don't think that's actually something in the game at the moment, but it would be very cool if it was all added in. We've just got this piece here. I forgot that we got one piece down there on the end. We got one bit up there to do. I'm wondering if I can do that one from inside. I know that we've done the others from outside, and technically we should be doing it from outside because that's where you'd reach it from, but can we get up there? We can't actually get up into that little piece of loft there. It's a shame. What about climbing onto the hay? Can I reach it from over here? Not quite. No, okay, so we're going to have to go outside for that one, but everything else is finished. So let me just come out there and close that gate. We'll run round the end here, and then we want some scaffolding to go... Where can I put this? I want to put one there, and then I want one around here on this corner so that I can climb up. So we go up there, and we can come on round, and no, we want to go up higher again onto the next layer. Oops. Let's try going up the actual ladder, shall we? Up there. There we go. On round, and nailed it. Excellent. Right, last little bit. Go on. There we go. Return to Calvin and ask for the baler. Excellent. We have finally unlocked our baler. Let me just get rid of the scaffolding a minute. Okay, Calvin, I've finished doing the baling. Let's have it. Let's have my baler.
All done.
All right, as agreed, you may take the baler.
Thanks. See you around.
Not for long, mate. Not for long. I can already feel the breeze.
Well, he seems really fond of me, but that's not really going to make much difference because he's abandoning us and he is running off. Harsh. Harsh, dude. Your job did pay off. Congratulations, you've earned the hay baler. All of the houses around here look really run down. It's the bare brickwork here. I really hope that they add in that we can do plastering because, yeah, look at them all. They're all run. I mean, this one's terrible. This one's like it on the inside as well. Allow us to plaster the walls. Please let us plaster the walls and put a lick of paint on there as well, just to improve it a little bit. It's going to make such a difference. It really will. It'll make it a home from home rather than just like it looks like an old shed. Half of them look like old sheds. Right, we come in on round here, and we're going to hitch on our baler, and we're going to take this one home. And that's it. That's all we need to do at the moment. We'll go and we'll do some other jobs another time. You receive hay baler and 100 social points. Right, we're back up there. There we go. Back up. Back up. A little bit more. A little bit more. Push it on. Baler. Nice. Right. All you do is turn it on. I would have thought that you'd have to unfold it, but apparently not. There we go. And turn off. Okay, that's all you have to do with that one. And... okay, I was just wondering what happened when you drove through the other person, but apparently it doesn't really do a great deal. So, our next task is to get back to the farm with the baler, and then as soon as we've done that, we can leap onto our combine and get started with harvesting the wheat. And then as soon as the wheat is harvested, we now have the baler, we can bale up all the straw, and then we can get the bales, and we can sell them, and we can make a huge, great big pile of wonderful cash. I can smell cash already. Money, glorious, beautiful money. It's going to be wonderful. I must say, I am very, very pleased with the fact that they've raised up that exhaust pipe so that the fumes from the exhaust are not going straight in our eyes. It makes such a difference. Look at that. So much more comfortable now. It's definitely a pleasure to drive along in the beautiful sunny sunshine with the exhaust fumes not going right in our face. It makes such a difference. You wouldn't really understand that kind of difference until you just spent a couple of weeks doing exactly what we've been doing with all of those fumes going in our face. Although you get a good stiff breeze and it's still going to blow it down into our faces. Personally, I think that exhaust pipe needs to be longer than it is. But, yeah, beggars can't be choosers, so we'll stick with what we got. You are hungry. Oh, 45. Food condition is 45 at the moment. I tell you what, we'll eat a minute. Let's just stop right here and have a little bite to eat. So we've got 45 on there, 40 and 55 for the soup. So let's eat the Italian soup. Take our hunger all the way up to 100. And we do need a bit of sleep, but we're not going to worry about that too much. We want to get started on the combining. Now, we're not going to have time for doing loads of combining today. We'll be able to do some. We're certainly not, unfortunately, going to be able to start... excuse me, I got the hiccups again. Doing the baling. But I am wondering if we even need to use the tractor and the... right, stop. Just stop right there. Let's leap off a second. Is that going to move? It's actually holding still. Yeah, what I'm wondering is, do we actually need to use this trailer? Can we just get the combine and start harvesting the corn? So, as regards to the chickens, so far I've not been able to find anything to do with the chickens. So, hopefully next week we will be able to find something about chickens. We've got 2 barns that we need to repair on this place so that we've got everything done. We've done the cows, we've done the chickens, we've done the farmhouse. The play equipment. Apparently we can paint the play equipment. This is something that I want to look at. So we've got the engineers, so we've got the repair tool here. Let's go up to this one. That's not actually showing us anything, but if I go to this one, is this going to give us anything? How do I paint? I want to paint it. It's not that one. It said I could paint the children's play stuff. How do I do that? I want to paint the... It lied to me. It lied to me. I feel betrayed. I've been let down once again. Ooh, there's a piece of fence there that we forgot to repair. Let's just grab that a minute. While we're over here, we'll just quickly do this fence. And there's that bit, and there's another bit there. That is all of the fence, I think, all the way around. We've replaced the fence and made it new across most of the farm. And then we've just got... I did the roof on that shed. I've still got the roof to do on that one. I'm looking round. That one's fine. That one's fine. Most of the rest of the farm is now all good. There's no other issues anywhere. This here is slurry tank. The fence over there. So that fence has all been done. Everything's been done there. I'm just very quickly looking around to see what we've still got to do. Next week, after we've done the harvest, we'll finish repairing all of the barns and get all that finished. But yeah, let's stop messing around with that now. We need to get on with this harvest and get something done. Enter the harvester. There we go. Right. We can start this one. Hitch grain header. There we go. Apparently this one comes unhitched every time at the beginning when you reload a save. So it's not something as unusual. It's kind of to be expected. So we can turn the header on and lower the header. Did I mention it? I've lowered the... moving too fast. Whoops. You gotta press T to cruise control it. Yeah, I've don't know if I actually mentioned it, but I've reduced the noise levels in the game just so that the machinery noise is considerably quieter than it has been. I didn't quite like just how loud it was. It seemed a little bit too much. So I've reduced that down, but I don't know how it's going to affect the rest of the gameplay as well, because some of the stuff I'd like to have the sounds on there, and then other bits, with the machinery now, it is too loud. So I'm hoping that maybe they add in some options later on that we can set the noise levels of machinery independently to the rest of the stuff that we use. Bring that one on round there, and then press the cruise control again. A lot of straw going out behind me. The straw isn't going into a windrow very neat and tidy, is it? But then I guess these old combines, they don't tend to do that very much anyway. Wheat is harvested. Well, where's my machine? Oh, right in the middle. I'm looking right in the middle is where I want to be looking. We're on 75% on the tank on there. 900 kilos. That one. We actually got as much canola coming off the field as we did anything else. That's insane. Canola, in theory, if we were filling the tank with, steady. If we were filling the tank with, once around the field, or they're 3/4 of the way around the field with canola, then it ought to be, not even a quarter of the way around the field for wheat. Maybe a third of the way around the field. And it's about the same. I just want to go one kilo more. There we go, 100%. So I want to lift that and switch it off like that. So if I come on out of the crop like this, move the discharge pipe is F. I just bring this on. I'm going to put it over the storage area like this, and we're going to use the combine to do this rather than the trailer. Because we're right next to it, I figure this is probably just as fast as it is doing it any other way. So we can go there, start filling it. That's going straight in. Yep, that's all gone in there. And then if I look in here, we got wheat, 1,200 kilos. Excellent. Now, I don't think there's much point in me going all the way back up there. We'll just go straight into this point here. So I want to go Z for header on, and then R is the header up and down. T is start driving with the correct cruise control. I'm hoping that the straw, any that we don't bale, if we don't bale any, does eventually sort of rot down. That would be a very cool thing to happen. I don't know if it does or it doesn't, though. And how much straw do we need to keep? Do we need to keep straw back as bedding for the animals, or do we only need to worry about hay for them? And how does the game currently class it? Because I know some games deal with straw and hay in exactly the same way. I'm kind of hoping that this game doesn't, because there is a mower in the shed, and the fact that there's a mower indicates to me that we're not going to be stuck with just doing just having straw sort of covering all of the crops. I really hope that's not the case. I'm going to be disappointed if straw is the only thing that we have to use. And just come on up round this corner a minute so that we can, and then once I've gotten round the corner, we'll take a look and see how our tank is doing for filling up. There we go. 600. Oh, we're about 50% full at the moment. 60%. Yeah. Are we going to get all the way around? I don't know if we'll get all the way around the field quite. It's difficult to see because it comes up with the field info as well as the combine info as well, so you sort of get both of them. But it's now sort of moved a little bit, so we've got the wheat is quite clear right in the middle of the screen there. 1,000 kilos. And, well, I'll tell you what, as we've gotten to the very end of it right here, I'll just move forward. I'll lift up the header like that. I'll leave it running. Come on over here, and then I can empty that one out very quickly into the pit right there, which is V to start emptying out. You've got to make sure you're far enough over, because if you're not far enough over the pit, it will... What's my timer going off? Yeah, if you're not far enough over the pit, it will not empty out properly. So at 2,300 kilos of grain. We'll be selling some of this stuff soon. I'm not sure when. First thing that we're going to be selling... Right, header up and down is R, isn't it? First thing that we're going to be selling is straw. We'll bale up the straw, load it into the hay wagon, and then we can take it off and we can sell it. And I think it's the agricultural market that we sell the straw at. I don't remember completely, though. And then once we've done that, we've got wheat. Wheat you can sell at the mill. I've been told that wheat you can sell at the windmill. It's the best place to sell it. And then other crops you got to take to the agricultural market. But always sell stuff that you can at the mill because you get far more money for it. Went in a little bit tight there. I've missed a tiny, tiny bit. Not very much, though. We'll run down to the bottom here. We are almost 1,100 kilos again, so I'm just going to do exactly the same I did last time. I'm just going to come down to here, and I want to lift the header up like that. And I can go right over the pit, empty it out. There we go, stop there. Ooh, careful. Empty that one out, and we've got another load here already done, and we can go back and we can take another slice at it. So I'll bring that one back round, back up there like that. Come in tight like that, and right, lower the header down, and then I press T to keep it going. As soon as it hits the wheat, oh, right, so it does actually take a while for the straw to come through sometimes. It does seem to be a little bit temperamental with how it processes the straw, and it gets it to run through the combine. But generally speaking, it does seem to be right. You can sort of see there is some resemblance of windrows here, so we do have some windrows here. It's just not perfect on it. That's all. So yeah, you do have it there, and it is working, but it's not 100% perfect. It's just like a few little issues with it. And I imagine this is all sort of stuff that is going to come later on. They're going to iron out so that it sits better on the ground and it looks better represented. That sort of thing. I don't know. There was one other thing that I was wondering about earlier, was whether or not they're going to be adding mods into this game, whether or not it's going to be completely opened up. I think I've already spoken about this. I'm going to try and get a hold of them and the people that make the game and put a few questions to them. So stick some questions in the comment section down below, and I'll you can't spam developers with questions. So I'm going to try and look around first and see if questions have been answered. And then I'm going to take the top 2 or 3 questions that I think would be good ones to be asking the developers, and I'll put the questions to them, and I'll see what they say, and I will give you the response next week after I have if we do get a response. We won't necessarily get a response, because obviously they're busy, they're making the game, and they've got all those sorts of things to worry about. So having to answer a load of questions from people, it's lower down on the priority list as far as I'm concerned. So don't be surprised if they can't answer, or they don't answer, or whatever. I don't imagine it's going to be. You don't view it as a slight. I know some people do get a bit upset when people can't answer these questions, but sometimes it can happen. Sometimes it just needs to sort of be kept quiet, and they've got good reasons for not announcing a load of stuff. So we've almost finished this field. A couple more passes. I think we will, we've been going a fair while now. I think we'll hopefully finish this field before we go, and then we can get started on the baling right at the beginning of next week. And then once we've done the baling, we've sold the bales, we're then going to go and we're going to finish fixing up our farm. And then once the farm has all been fixed up, our very final tasks for the summer, I think, are going to be, we need to get the other machinery. There's other machinery available on the map, so that's one thing that I do want to do, is I want to go and get the other machinery that's available on the map and bring it back to the farm. We need to go and take this combine over and get the corn header that we've already bought. So it's the only way that we can move it is if we go and physically get it with this combine. So it is going to take a little bit of time to do that. So that is on our to-do list. And then once we've done that, we can well, I'm not really sure, actually. I think we need to prepare the field, but I don't think we actually do that until the autumn. So it might be that that's about it, and then we can just move on until autumn. We can go and get some, long-term sleep. We'll use that sleep for a week option. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But our immediate plans are fairly simple. We're going to finish the harvest, and then we're going to do some baling. That's fairly simple, that one is. I filled it right up this time. We got 99% in there, so, well, almost right up, but close enough to right up. Just get that one in over there. I think we'll have one more load, and then that'll be about it. So what have we got so far? 6 tons. We've got 6.5 tons of grain so far, which is pretty good, I'd say. I'm quite impressed with that. Just bring this one on round, and we've got a little strip, and we do have to remember to get that little tiny bit there. It's going to really bug me if I don't get that. Right, steady. I want to lower it down. That's what I want to do. There we go. Take this one on up through, and yeah, I think one more full load on this combine will be it. It won't be much more than that. It's also getting quite late. It's Oh, you can actually see what time it is when you're on the machine. You have to dismount the machine in order to be able to see what time. Oh no, hang on, no we don't. We just press tab. There we go. So it's only 10 past 4. Okay, I thought it was later than that. The shadows are growing much longer, and for August, you'd sort of think that the shadows, by these shadows and out that we got on the ground, I would have guessed it was like 7 or 8 o'clock. But nope, it's not even close. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just wing that one on round there, and just press T. You've got to be careful that you don't press the forwards button, because otherwise you start losing a load of crops. Yeah, I'd steered wrong there. I was trying to get it from a different angle, and it didn't work out very well. What have we got now? We've got 500 kilos on board. Yes, I'm confident that I can get all of the rest of the crop in this field onto the combine. Absolutely confident, he says, crossing his fingers and everything else that he's got as well, in the hope that he'll be able to do it. It's going to be embarrassing if I can't do it. Right, let's bring that one on round there and swing it round again. There we go. So we got this tiny little strip here that'll take us up to a full width, and then there'll be one more part width to just bring it back on down to finish off. So it's 700 kilos at the moment. Yes, we'll easily be able to get everything on board. No problem at all. So there is our harvest. Almost completely finished. Will be finished in a minute, which means that next week we can get straight on to that baler, the tractor and the baler there, and we can start baling his straw up. We will sleep. I think we'll probably sleep the night first, because it is getting dark. It's thinking about getting dark. I think it's going to get fairly dark soon. So yeah, we will, I think, should carry on forward there. We will do the baling, but probably it'll be baling done in the morning or something like that. And then we can sell the bales, and hopefully we get most of that done at the beginning next week. I would also like to finish fitting up our farm, and then after that, I'm not really sure. So I'm open to suggestions. I'd like some ideas of what you want me to do. Those of you who play the game a lot, what should I be doing? Is there anything in particular that I should be doing? There's one thing I want to do. I want to get a fishing rod, and I want to go and do some fishing. I know that fishing is now a thing that we can do, so I definitely want to be a part of this. I want to have a go at it and see what I can do with that. So that is definitely going to be on the cards for next week at some point. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. Let's just see how much grain we got. 7.5 tons of wheat in there. Plus, we also got the canola over in the other one. If I just move this one around a minute, we'll put the chute in like that. We'll bring that back round a little bit. I want to just keep it off the straw so we don't have to move it again next week. I'll park that one right there like that, and I can climb off. Right, this barn here is, it says hay storage. Best to keep bales under the roof so they won't get wet and rot. Okay, is that like an auto store thing? And then you've got the cows in here. They've got hay stored in there. It just says hay. It doesn't say anything about straw. Not really sure. Right, anyway, that is all we got time for. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.